Okay, so I'm going to make this video quick because I got to get to the grocery store. My poor dog isn't happy because it's too hot to take him with me. And he saw me grab my car keys, and so he thought it was park day because we went to the park yesterday, and then we went to a car show, and he had just the best day ever, and he thought that this was part 2. And so when I left him home, he is not very happy. So I'm trying to go as quick as possible and get back home to him. Let me just make this really quick. I don't know about tours. He didn't mention anything. Like I said, the only thing he really mentioned in that video, and I haven't checked his account since, but the only thing he's mentioned in that video that I saw was the kind of like this bed and breakfast type deal where you can go rent the place for a night or a weekend and then do investigations. So I don't know, because if he does tours like they used to, then I think they might get into zoning issues again, where now it's back to being kind of like a museum, and then it's back to being commercial property. So I think they might kind of stick with the whole Airbnb thing, where you have to rent it like an Airbnb in order to do investigations. Okay, and then to your second point, I don't believe in the whole possession of things. Only people can be possessed. Now, again, this is going to be along the line of what you believe. Now, I've been in the paranormal for 20 years, started in 2005. It's now 2025. I've also worked with the Catholic Church in demonology. So I've been doing this for a while. And so I've learned a lot of things working on demonic cases, private cases, very public cases. I don't consider myself an expert because I don't believe you can be an expert in things that just are still not scientifically defined. But again, I have worked very hard in this field. And what I've come to learn is you are right. Demons do not possess objects. They need souls to possess. They possess human souls. So in order for a demon to possess something, it needs to be a soul of a human. But you are not correct in the term of thinking, well, then Annabelle doesn't have a demon, because there's no such thing as the possession of something that doesn't have a soul. Because what actually happens is that a demonic entity can bind itself to an object, or basically an object attachment. And we've heard these terms, object attachments, before when it comes to hauntings. Like where we've heard that a haunting will begin because an object has an attachment. And that's the same thing as demonic attachments. That a demon can be attached to an object. And that could be either purposeful, where a demon attaches itself to an object, or it could be through occult practices by humans attaching demons to objects. But the demon is not possessing the object. It is bound or attached to the object, whether by its free will or by occult practices. And the purpose is to harm humans and to try to find a human soul to possess. Just like with the case of Annabelle, the story of Annabelle is, if you listen to the story of Annabelle, the doll, the purpose of the doll was for the demon that was attached to it. It was trying to harm the nursing students, Donna, Lou, and the other student, the other friend, and it was trying to get at their souls through the story of the doll and the little girl that it was pretending to be, this Annabelle Higgins, and was very close to doing it. So that's the difference between possession and attachment. The demon will attach to a doll or will bind itself to an object in order to find a human to possess. And it will manipulate objects in order to trick humans and get closer to them, to scare them, to bring them harm, and to potentially possess them. So there is a difference. That does not mean that Annabelle is sans demon. It just means she's not possessed by a demon, but she is demonically attached. So there's a difference, but that doesn't mean that she is not a dangerous object. But again, it just correlates to what your belief is. Some people believe that objects can be demonically possessed. Some people don't believe in demonic things at all. Some people believe in demonic attachments, but don't believe that Annabelle was ever demonically. There's just so many different wide beliefs, but this is just my explanation that I don't believe objects can be possessed. Only human souls can be possessed, but that demons can use objects by binding themselves to them in order to get at human souls. So I still believe that demonically attached items can be very dangerous, and you do have to be careful.